Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mediak podcast. Today is episode 58, and this is our third attempt at recording this episode.
Yes, but we got it right.
We got
now.
it.
Perfect.
We got it. Both of them, I started speaking, and then my mouth just didn't do what my brain wanted to do.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I said,
mean, the
what?
podcast that one was pretty good. I wish we could have kept that, but
Shut up, man.
alas, my earbuds started making a weird noise, and I hope they don't do it again this podcast.
We really should save all of those mistake things and then put them in like a compilation video. I feel like that might be kind of funny.
I could have. I was thinking about saving it and then just throwing it at the end, but
yeah, I just deleted it though, so I guess we're not doing
that.
Hate to see it. How has your week been this last little bit of time?
Pretty good. I don't know. I did some cool. I visited some. What was it? It was like an art fundraiser thing in Cleveland. That was pretty cool.
That's sick.
Shout out Spaces.
Spaces?
Called Spaces.
Ah, interesting. That sounds fun, I guess.
It was interesting, but I don't know. Other than that, I didn't really do anything.
I did basically nothing this entire week. A lot of laying on my bed and watching How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. There was a lot of like, I should be doing homework.
Oh no, definitely. That happened a lot. Like, my girlfriend was over this weekend and she had to do a lot of homework, so she was sitting at my desk doing homework, and I like told myself I was going to do a lot of homework, but it ended up just me like sitting on my bed with my laptop on my legs, but then playing on my phone.
Yeah.
Which happens all the time. She threw a book at me and was like, "Come on, dude." And I was like, I can't help it. I'm sorry.
This is the way I am.
I'm just really bad at doing things, I guess, in general. Which is what you can tell from the podcast and how terrible it is.
Yeah.
But
in case you didn't know, just fucking watch the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
You'll see how terrible I am. Speaking of, we've actually been getting a lot of views recently on YouTube and Spotify and stuff like that, and we want to say thank you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. Give us a like, comment, stuff like that. All the fun things related to Spotify and YouTube. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, what?
I said, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm like kind of famous.
Kinda.
All right, so want to hop into the movie of the week?
Sure.
Oh, actually, I don't really have that much news this week in general because most of the news related to film stuff was related to this movie. So
yeah.
I'm pretty dry whenever it comes to the film selection.
It's all right. It's understandable.
It's okay. It happens. It's okay. So, what'd you think of it? Because like whenever the press was going around, it was like everyone and their mom was saying that this was like the first bad Marvel movie.
I mean, I don't know. I think it kind of deviated a little bit from the formula.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was kind of interesting, and I at least appreciated that.
Yeah,
but that's maybe what made a lot of people upset.
I like that it did something different, but I don't think it succeeded in doing that. Like,
the idea was
there.
Way.
Yes, the idea definitely was, but like, so I saw this on Saturday, and I was just thinking the entire time because I knew I knew people didn't like the movie, and I went into it like trying, hoping to like it, and as the movie went on, I found myself liking every scene, but just not enjoying the movie. Like, all the scenes separately were good. I just feel like them together, they didn't really think about how well they mixed or like how the editing should be. Like, Icarus's switch comes out of fucking nowhere, like genuinely out of nowhere, and it happens about 40 minutes into the end of the movie, and then the homie just kills himself.
Yeah,
and I understand the symbolism with Icarus flying into the sun, but what the fuck?
Yeah, it's
yeah. I apologize to you before we started recording because I know you're not the biggest Marvel fan. Also, sorry for anyone on Spotify and YouTube. I just pulled my cord and moved my mic forward, so I don't know if it like bumped into anything. But
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, okay, that's good. I apologize to you beforehand because I know that you're not the biggest Marvel fan, and this also isn't like considered like a good Marvel movie. So this is just like I just beat you while you're down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I thought it was all right. Definitely. I think the moral of the story, or like what I pulled out of it, was that the idea was there, and I
Hmm.
appreciate that they
So
did it.
I do think that there was one part of the movie that you would be very excited about, but I also thought that you wouldn't understand it until I explained it to you. So did you stay for both of the post credit scenes?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know who the voice was?
Oh, I researched later that that was Blade.
Yeah, it's Blade. Mahershala Ali is Blade. Are you
Yeah.
excited about that?
Uh, Kinda. I don't know. Like
What? I feel like
I
you'd
mean,
be through the
I
moon that
think it's
there's a Blade.
cool to bring back Blade, I guess. I don't know. It's like it kind of goes back to, I don't know. I'm very conflicted about this because it's kind of like with the Matrix, they're making a fourth one, and I'm
Oh,
like,
right. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
And you're
like,
just like,
I
don't
don't
touch a
need that.
classic,
Well,
or
yeah,
that you've already seen Blade. Why watch it again?
I mean, it suffers from Matrix. First one was good, second one is, and third one is,
Yeah.
and so then, adding a fourth one that's bound to be like whatever from the
Okay at
start, because
best.
it's like, yeah, right. It doesn't really make sense to me, and I think Blade could be cool, but Blade was already badass in the first one, and then
I guess
slowly
that makes
got like
sense.
weirder and weirder. So I just,
I'm gonna hit you with like the different Spider-Men, like because all three iterations are so very different from each other, and I think that they're gonna probably go with that route for Blade, and they're gonna make him. They're gonna make his Blade. Uh,
you nailed it the first time.
I did nail it the first time. I just I I'm very bad at speaking,
Yeah,
like very bad at speaking. I think they're going to switch it up a bit and make it at least a little bit different from what we've seen previously. You know?
I'm sure.
Yeah. So hopefully it's
I'd
a
like hope so.
yeah, because we're getting a Morbius film. We actually that's part of news. We got a trailer for that. Uh, and I guess we could talk about that now because it just was whatever. Did you watch it by chance?
No.
Okay, so it's the most confused trailer I've ever seen in my entire life, and by that I
Confused or
mean
confusing?
confused.
Ah, I see.
Because let me explain this to you. So you know how
Explain
there's
to me.
like a shit ton of different Marvel universes? Like there's the Spider-Man
Yes.
Raimi universe, there's the Amazing Spider-Man universe, the Venom universe, the MCU.
Yes.
Morbius has a reference to all of them.
Right. So what the
What the
fuck are
fuck?
you gonna
Yeah.
do? Yeah.
Like what universe are you in? Because it has the Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming in the trailer. Morbius mentions Venom like by name in the trailer. They showed
Which I guess is all right at that point because
I
isn't
guess
Venom
yeah,
coming?
he's coming over. It gets
Right.
worse though, because there is the Daily Bugle from the Raimi movies and the
Mhm.
Oscorp Tower from the Amazing Spider-Man films.
Right. So
So
you're just bringing in too much.
yeah, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, I understand that they're trying to delve with the universe, but I feel like not universe, multiverse, but I feel like that's a little much.
Yeah, like just to
Hmm.
throw it all in one
Yeah.
movie.
So uh, to go back, man, on what I was trying to get at earlier, I like Morbius is coming into Marvel somehow, and they're probably going to mix that in with Blade in a way. And I heard that there was a rumor that Blade's actually going to appear in Moon Knight, so I'm actually rather excited for that because I think
That'd
Moon
be
Knight
cool.
is a really enjoyable comic book character. So
Yeah, that'd be
already
cool.
I'm excited for that, and I guess it makes sense because Moon Knight usually fights Dracula and Blade's like a vampire hunter.
Right. Daywalker.
Yeah, yeah. So want to hear something funny?
Tell me something funny.
When we left the theater and I looked at my girlfriend and I was like, "Oh, that was Blade. That's sick." And she goes, "Who's Blade?" And then I
Mm,
explained to her. No, I heard that, Jack. The like
that's kind of
sigh of
sad.
anger. I know. I got sad too. But I said like he's a vampire hunter, and she goes, "So there's vampires in the MCU?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "I hate that." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like,
This
"For
is
no, no, no.
Yeah, I
Like
get what
I,
you're saying.
because she grew up with like older movies, so in her head she always put vampires as like the classic Dracula, and she put superheroes
Right.
as in like the MCU. And in her head, like vampires and superheroes just they don't
Right. And
connect.
I can see what she means,
Hmm.
Like
Yeah,
I understand what she's coming from.
yeah. And then I showed her the Morbius trailer because that's like the earliest vampire we're gonna get. Like it's not the traditional vampire; it's like a DNA splicing vampire, but like it's probably gonna be close to what we get vampire wise in the MCU. And I showed her that, and she goes, like watching that trailer, I can see that being in the MCU. But for some reason, the second you label that as vampire, it just doesn't click. And I was like, you know what? I
Yeah.
understand that. It's okay. No
Yeah.
biggie.
I
And
think that's a very specific problem to have, but
no, that I think talking to her, because she's not a huge MCU fan like I am, and
yeah.
getting to be able to, like, she's also not, she's like, she loves films, but she doesn't like, she enjoys all films, like even the bad ones. So she's not like us, in which we have to like, the film has to be really well made for her to enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I love watching movies with her because I get like the general audience's view on shit. And if she is unhappy with vampires being in the MCU, then I feel like the general audience will be unhappy with that, and that's not a
Yeah.
good thing looking forward in the MCU. And to bring it up, like to talk more about how Eternals is bothering things, not just the introduction of possible vampires. Uh, what the fuck was that first one? The first end credit scene? Because
Oh
like
god,
that
can
was,
you remind me? I don't
it was
remember what it
Harry
was.
Styles as Star Fox coming
Oh
in with Pip. No, but like I'm not like, casting aside. They in the movie they said that the Eternals were like basically robots created by the Celestials, and Star Fox calls himself an Eternal, but he also calls himself the brother of Thanos, which isn't possible if he was synthetically made.
Who knows?
I don't understand, dude. I think this movie was really poorly made. Except for like the
Yeah.
fight scenes. The fight scenes looked good, except for the fact that it was mainly just like actors fighting against nothing. But they made it look good.
Yeah. I don't know. Everything of course is gonna have that Marvel polish, so it's
That is
like,
true.
you know,
I think
it
the biggest reason why I was angry that Icarus died was because I think that he was the best visually Superman that we've had,
yeah.
and it looked really good. Like his fight against that like super deviant in the forest, where like the deviant was like throwing him around, and he was like trying to fly, and he was using his super strength and laser vision. I was like, holy shit, this is fucking sick. And then it was like slamming his head into the ground, and I was like, oh, that's dope as fuck.
Mhm.
Yeah, but he's dead now, so we don't ever get to see that again. Speaking of
Well,
that,
I don't know. I watched something that was like talking about, I don't know, recapped it and the ending and everything, and I was like, and the guy kept talking about how since they're Eternals and we didn't see a body, he's like
technically, yeah,
technically he could come back
that is
and
true.
because they all come back or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was talking about how they all
Well,
come
Marvel
back
does that a
many
lot,
times.
where they're like, well, we didn't
Right.
see him because, like, in Iron Man 2 when Whiplash, like, quote unquote died,
Right.
apparently he survived that. So like they literally can just say whatever bullshit they want. I was really hoping they don't do that because I don't know, man. I actually kind of also hope I wanted. This sounds horrible, but I'm allowed to say this because there are so many characters in this movie that I didn't really get emotionally attached to any of them. But I was really
Mhm.
hoping more Eternals died
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
because
Because
like
it's like,
they're so powerful,
yeah,
and I feel like most of them could do anything. And I guess they kind of dealt with that by having that big guy come in and take them at the end of the movie. But
yeah.
that doesn't, like, we're still gonna get them back.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't really mean
Mhm.
anything. It's yeah, is I'd agree with you, and that's like a thing I look for in a lot of movies. Like, I don't know. It's like I didn't like God, what was that fucking movie? I talked about this last podcast. That one zombie movie. I didn't
Oh,
really love that
Army of the
movie.
Dead.
Yeah, but when that one girl died, I was like, that was kick ass
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like
yeah.
I didn't expect it.
Well, because like in a
So shit
film
like
where they
that.
introduce so many characters, there's not enough time for you to get attached to any of them,
Yeah.
so you're allowed to go and kill them. But this movie was forcing oops, sorry, burp. This movie was forcing the idea that they were a family, and it just doesn't work if you just keep saying that they're a family without actually
Right.
like making you feel
Showing it.
attached to them at all. Like a really good example of a really well made like superhero team movie is Guardians of the Galaxy, because that movie,
Mhm.
like it it's kind of odd because it was 7 years ago. But think about like a world in which we didn't know the Guardians, and you go into that movie and you watch it, you get a really good understanding of all five of the original characters, and you can believe that they're a family at the end of the film. This is completely different. Double the characters, you don't feel anything for any of them.
Right. It's I feel like there's multiple compounding factors that make me not love this movie.
I'm gonna go through a couple more if you're interested.
40% being that it was a Marvel movie and I was just generally unexcited.
That makes sense. Are you gonna be excited when Spider-Man comes out?
Maybe. I don't
I'll
know.
take that. I'll take that.
I'll just have to watch it.
What about whenever we watch Morbius?
I don't even know what the fuck. Like,
That's the vampire one that's been pushed back for 4 years.
Right. I don't know.
I'm not excited for that.
Right.
But like we have to cover it because like
we have to.
It's been pushed back for 5 years, man. We have to cover it. It's gonna be so interesting. At least. Where's my water at? Damn it! Fuck. It's not here. So we learned that the Eternals and the Celestials' goal was to get as many people as possible on Earth so that their life force like feeds the Eternal that is living inside of Earth's core. And they kept them the Celestial didn't want them to fight in wars because it believed that wars push humans like further like evolution wise, that causes them to have more people on the planet. And that's valid, like why the Eternals didn't fight in those wars. It doesn't make sense why they didn't fight against Thanos. Because if you like actually think about it, Thanos is like the biggest threat to the Celestials because he was trying to get rid of half of the population. Exactly. It would literally set the like life force energy thing like back like so far. So there's genuinely no reason for them to not fight against Thanos, and I think that twist just completely ruined that thing that they said earlier.
At least if it, I don't know, because like I guess for most people they'd hear that and be like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. But then, or like when they said that's the reason we didn't fight against Thanos, they'd be like, all right, fair enough. But I don't know, if you're thinking like that, then why didn't they let Thanos kill everybody and then come back, kill Thanos, do the blip, and then trigger what
I fucking hate that it's called the blip. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hate that too.
It's so fucking
yeah. So I mean, really what they could have done is just expedite the process and thought, oh well, if all these people die and then come back, then that must mean that there's this great massive amount of energy that would start whatever.
Yeah.
So
also,
there's a lot of holes to poke.
There's so many holes, and I'm going to poke one more real quick. I'm sorry for keeping you here, but like there's just so much that I have to talk about related to how shitty this film is. It's definitely not the worst. Like this is not Thor: The Dark World bad. There are scenes that I can watch in this movie and genuinely love. Like that 4 scene is really good. That scene where the Speedy Girl was kicking the shit out of Icarus, that made me so happy as a Flash fan because like we've never really seen like a good speedster in the MCU. Like we saw like Quicksilver in Days of Future Past and X-Men Apocalypse, but that was like the only good speedster stuff we've seen. And her just fucking going to town on that man made me so happy. Like that was genuinely really good. I'm never sitting through that 2 hours and 40 minutes to see that scene again though.
Yeah. I'm
going to pull it up on YouTube. I can't. I literally can't. Because it's not that it's boring, because I'm going to, there's a man called the Cosmonaut. He's on YouTube. He one time, in his Eternals review, said that he's not going to call this movie boring, because he thinks that boring could be a compliment in some movies, which I thought about it, and I was like, I guess The Lighthouse, like they use boredom to build tension or something like that. So I guess I'm going to go with that and say, I guess I can't call this movie boring, but it just,
lame.
It was lame. It was lame in most scenes, and that's really sad coming from a movie with like 10 vastly different superpowers.
Yeah,
which sucks. Actually, not vastly different, because Gilgamesh has like the same powers as Icarus, but can't fly and shoot lasers. Ugh.
I guess
I had such high hopes. I had really high hopes because this movie looks beautiful, and I could see that from like the one trailer that I saw. But it's whatever. I have one more bad thing before we give our out of 10s, and then we can move on because I could tell that you're already done with this shit. All right.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we were like initially done talking in 10 minutes, and I was like, all right, we maybe need to throw some more in here, but
We
that
were
was
done
good.
talking?
Well, we got like off topic for a
Oh,
while.
right. Whenever I was
Started
talking about
other shit.
Morbius.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
no,
was like,
I was connecting it all. Don't worry.
yeah.
I had a
Well,
plan.
now we're back. So.
Yeah, I had a plan. Big brain. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, my final thing. I think this movie also went down the Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man 3 approach of having just too much shit in the film. You know?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, there were two villains. It was Icarus and that unnamed deviant. If you remove Angelina Jolie's character, like her like madness and that deviant from the movie just doesn't change. Like at all.
Yeah.
It was so like if you can look at a villain and just like it's unnamed. A movie is only as good not okay. A lot of the times a movie is only as good as its villain, and this villain sucked ass very much. It was terrible. It was very, very bad. But that's just my opinion. No, it's not my opinion. It's my fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That deviant sucked.
That's
it was terrible.
Theory.
And that's not... Dude, no, okay. I actually feel like a dick because remember how we talked about me making a playlist of FNAF?
Whoa. Yeah.
I watched all of them this last week. You know what? We'll get into it. We'll get into it whenever we get to what we're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So stay tuned whenever I talk about that. I guess to wrap up the Eternals, we could go over like what you think. What was like out of your 10? I just
probably like a 4 or 5.
Yeah, I could give it that. I like whenever I left the theater, I was like, it's slightly above average because the fight scenes were good, so I gave it a 6. And then I was talking with my girlfriend about it, and she was like, "Why didn't they fight Thanos?" She was actually the one that made me realize that. And then we talked about it more, and I was like, "Damn, that just dropped it like 2 points."
Yeah, right.
And then we kept talking about it, and it was just like the more we talked about the movie, the worse it got, and then it landed firmly at like a 3 and a 4, which is it's
what
fine.
are you gonna do?
Never watch the movie again. All right, 3 out of 4. That's it. Ad time.
And
I said 3 out of 4 instead of 3 out of 10.
3 out of 4.
I did. I said 3.
Movie ever
greatest movie ever. 75%. Banger of a film.
58?
Yeah, I think. Damn, we almost have done 60 of these. That's actually crazy.
I'm gonna put 100.
You say that, but we're still 40 away. That's like a year from now.
Yeah, but I know still.
Yeah, still. I'm happy doing it. I enjoy getting together and doing these episodes.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't enjoy watching the movie, but I enjoy talking about it every week.
Yeah. At the very least.
At the very least. This may or may not have been one of those situations, which makes me sad because I am a big Marvel fan and I never like whenever they release a bad film. It's whatever, though. I'm excited to see Black Knight. We didn't talk about that. Kit Harington's character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back.
We're back.
So did you get it? So hopefully when I went and we're back, you know.
Oh, I didn't put 2 and 2 to better.
Yeah. Good save.
Yeah, good save. Really good save. I'm gonna pull up the news now. Did you have news this week?
No, I can come up with one though if you'd like me to.
Yes, do it, please. I'm gonna wait. You're gonna go first.
Screen round. Let's see. Don't care. Because it was way too big a story. What?
What?
Finch movie original ending cut because it was way too big a story. I don't know.
Finch movie? What do you mean by that?
Michael Sapochnik, the director behind Tom Hanks' Finch, reveals the film's original ending that saw Jeff Goodyear and counting other survivors. Oh, that's okay. Neither of us saw that, but oh, the new Dexter's out. I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
yeah, I did see that. I didn't
Yeah.
take down that news because I don't
Where's my
watch
news?
Dexter, but yeah, that's cool. Did you see that Robert Downey Jr. and Matt Damon join Christopher Nolan's new film Oppenheimer?
Say those names again.
Robert Downey Jr. and Matt Damon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll collect a bunch of characters like that one movie.
What? I'm very
Come
confused.
on. Saving Private Ryan. Bingo.
Oh, okay. That'd be interesting.
They won't, but that's what I thought of because it's a World War II movie with two names that I recognized.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do want to preface
Yeah.
by saying that I don't really have that much news because, again, like I said earlier,
You did say that.
most of the news is for Eternals. Oh, shit. We didn't talk about the fact that everyone had a big issue with the fact that there was the first Marvel sex scene in that movie.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That did happen.
I mean, it did happen. I don't see the big deal about it because it didn't.
Yeah.
It's not like it was like crazy or anything.
Yeah, right.
It was just whatever. Doesn't matter. I didn't have an issue with it. So Black Panther 2 is on pause because the girl who plays Shiri, like his sister, she got injured, and she was like the main character of the second movie apparently. So the movie has been pushed back. I don't know. It just says injury.
Oh, well, then hopefully it's not like crazy bad.
Yeah, no, because they're going to be returning soon, so it might have just been like an ankle sprain or something like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 started shooting today.
Cool.
Today is the 8th. Yeah, so we're getting that relatively soon. James Gunn posted a picture of everyone on set, and they're all like doing a pose and stuff like that. And I take back what I said about the guy who plays Adam Warlock and how he's ugly, because like he got in pretty decent shape recently, and I guess he's not. I was just thinking about him from that one movie he was in where he just kind of looked like a dweeb. He looks fine.
Yeah,
he could be an Adam. Yeah, he could be an Adam Warlock, I guess. So I guess
Zach seal of approval.
Zach, he doesn't have my seal of approval yet. Let's see the movie first.
True.
So
good take.
Yeah, good take. So we also got our first ever poster of Spider-Man No Way Home. We are a month away from the movie, and we got our first poster. That's pretty funny, in my opinion.
In my opinion,
in my professional opinion, I think that is quite comical. I hate us. We're the worst. Anyway, so on November 12th, Shang-Chi goes on to Disney Plus, which is pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So we also get Enchanted on that day if you care. You know that movie?
Shannon's not on there yet?
No, it's not actually.
Weird.
I'm surprised you know that movie. I don't know why. I just had a feeling that you wouldn't.
No, I saw it in theaters, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? I think I did too, actually, now that I think about it. Also, I just have got a really weird memory of me seeing the Smurfs movie in theaters.
I think I also saw the Smurfs movie in theaters.
Did you see the second one?
There's a second one?
Yeah, there's a second one.
The answer is no.
Dude, come on, man. It was so good.
Yeah.
I love the Smurfs movies, man. They're so... I don't even remember what happens in the second one. I also have a really odd feeling that there's a third one, and I think Neil Patrick Harris was a main character in both of them.
I know Neil Patrick Harris was in it.
That's really all that matters.
I don't know what kind of role he played.
He's in two...
Was it Neil Patrick Harris? Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil
Package Harris.
Neil Package Harris. That's it. He's in two movies that are coming out. He's in the Matrix movie, and he's also in this one Christmas movie called like 8-Bit Christmas or something like that.
Interesting.
I literally just watched the trailer.
Some unknown or some character that doesn't need a different voice actor.
In Matrix?
No, in 8-Bit Halloween.
No,
8-bit.
the 8-Bit Christmas is like a live action movie about a kid getting a Nintendo for Christmas in the 80s, and Neil Patrick Harris is like narrating it. He's like telling his son about, no, he's telling his daughter about this one Christmas he had or something like that.
Okay, I guess.
It looks okay.
I'm
that's
sure it's
that's
gonna
it.
be just okay.
Yeah, it definitely will be.
Oh well.
Oh well. Do you have any other news for the week? I'm gonna guess not.
No.
Yeah. Wow, big shocker.
Big
Big
whoop.
shocker.
No.
I'm surprised you don't hate me by now. Come on.
Who says I don't?
No, that's facts. You just meet every week so we can get on the podcast. Did that big podcast money.
Big
Big podcast money. You want to go over to what we're watching?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Why was that so hesitant?
Because I'm trying to think of what I've been watching.
Oh, shit, dude. You want me to go first?
Yeah, sure.
I won't talk about FNAF because we'll save that for later. My girlfriend showed me one of her comfort movies, which was a movie titled High Strung, and it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was a movie about dance and violin, and I liked the music, and the dance choreography was really good. So, yeah.
Cool.
If you're interested in watching a romance movie related to dancing and violin, go ahead. have a blast.
Yeah.
I finished.
Crazy.
Yeah, go crazy, go stupid. Why do I exist, man? So I finished How I Met Your Mother today, actually, and that show is very good. Like, I understand people hate on the ending, and I guess the ending isn't the greatest. Like, they literally could have ended it with his wife dying or whatever, instead of like having him go back to Robin, because it was really it you really don't feel like Ted is in love with Tracy, because you feel like the show is trying to hype him up so that she dies and that he gets with Robin, and that's kind of lame. Which is whatever. I've watched a little bit of New Girl, not much, maybe like an episode. That show's still pretty fire, not gonna lie.
Yeah, New Girl is pretty good.
I enjoy it a lot. Vanguard came out on Friday, and I didn't touch the multiplayer campaign, but the zombies is horrible. I still play it though.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah, it's so bad. You wanna hear some reviews?
I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
I guess that's so mean. You say.
I mean, I don't know. It seems like you have this prepared, and
Well, I don't have it prepared. I just was going on Twitter to look up like what people say about it, because like all the zombies YouTubers are like saying shit related to it. Say something you watched this week while I find them.
Today I was bored, so I tried to find where I left off in Vinland Saga. Found some part. It was pretty cool, but it looked vaguely familiar. And then I got bored and wanted something funnier. So I started watching Mike Tyson Mystery Crew, which, in case you don't know, it's like so fucking funny. Like, Mike Tyson is obviously Mike Tyson. It's an animated series where like it's like Scooby Doo, but on Adult Swim. Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. There's a pigeon who's voiced by Norm Macdonald, which is like 90% of the reason why I watch the show. And then I don't know. There's like this little girl who was like in character, like she was dropped off at Mike Tyson's door, and is now her like his like daughter, I guess. I don't know who she is, like who her voice is. I don't know if that's like a famous
or
actor
whatever.
or someone. Yeah. And then there's also this ghost, but it's very funny. It's very, very funny.
All right.
You should watch it.
Okay, I'll check it out. What's it called again?
Mike Tyson Mystery Crew. It's on Hulu.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah. I watched that and a little bit of New Girl, and that is all for me, I think.
So, do you happen to know who the zombies YouTuber Mr. Raffle Waffles is?
Mm-hmm.
He actually?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like you know how he's like one of the nicest guys in the community?
Yeah.
So this is what he had to say about it. If you're buying the new COD just for zombies, I would strongly recommend for you to wait and try it during one of the free zombies weekends instead. You won't miss anything waiting a month, and if you don't like it, then you'll save $70. Best option by far, in my opinion. Which is pretty terrible. And I just sent you a picture of him. That picture has been going around the community.
Horrible.
Yeah, no, that's his first reaction to Vanguard Zombies.
It is a good sign.
Yeah, it's a very good sign. Because, like, I've never seen a video of him not smiling, and he just looks beyond depressed.
Yeah, that's just like that's a new
That
emotion.
that's a broken man right there.
Yeah.
Because I remember he like quit YouTube because BO4 Zombies was shitty, and he just waited 2 years to come back to Cold War, and Cold War had like a lukewarm response, and then he's just hit with this. He's
Yeah,
just like,
right.
I
This is
guarantee he
gonna
wants
be
to
like
leave again.
horrible.
Yeah, it's the worst. It like I like the play style of the game, but it's so unbelievably not polished. It's crazy. Like, if there are more than like 20 entities on the map at a time, you are jumping around. It literally feels like you're in like a beta alpha stage of the game. Like, if you
That
take one,
sucks.
I know it's horrible. If you take a step forward, there's like a 50% chance of you taking 4 steps back or 7 steps forward.
It's
It's
so weird.
it is crazy to me how unpolished the game is, and it all just looks like shit. But granted, I'm on a PS4 and it's made for a PS5, but I don't think that's my fault because you can't buy a PS5.
Yeah, right.
Ugh.
I feel
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
Feel
time to
you.
go into the more fun aspect of the FNAF thing. I watched them all 51, the entire playlist, but
Right.
I didn't save them in a thing. But I think I do remember which ones I found to be the more important ones lore wise, and it wasn't as much as I thought. I think it was only like 2 videos, and then I just recommended to just keep up with his normal videos that he uploads.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, so I'll make a playlist eventually, and then I'll post it on the Mediak channel.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'm excited to see
No, you're
it.
not.
I mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah, but you won't enjoy it. You'll just watch it.
I might.
We'll see. We'll see.
There's only one way to know.
That is true, but it also is a series about animatronic dead children.
Nah.
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 All right.
I was just about to say, yeah, that we can end it there. There doesn't need to be more of that.
No, there's not.
All right, do you have all your corals up for the week?
Yes, I believe I do.
All right. So anyone who enjoyed listening to this, please like, subscribe, all those fun things. While I wait, I look through my notebook to find out what movie we're doing next week. Jack, say something interesting.
I also do not know what movie we're doing next
We're gonna be
week.
doing the next Ghostbusters film. Was that you
In case
throwing
you're
up?
wondering how I felt about that.
I'm sorry. You're gonna love it whenever we review Matrix.
No, I'm not gonna love it.
I think you are.
I think at this point there is 0% chance of me enjoying that movie because
No.
I've made it in my brain that I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah.
So it could be the greatest movie ever, and I'm not gonna like it.
Do you just not want to do Ghostbusters? Because honestly, we can just throw like something else in there. Because if you
We'll talk about it later.
okay, if you genuinely don't, because I'm like, we have to
I
go
don't
to
need
theaters
see
to see this.
Ghostbusters
Yeah, we
at
have to
all,
go to
frankly.
see. Yeah, I would like to have. I think that if we have a more interesting episode, that's going to be better than doing irrelevant
Yeah,
episode.
and doing. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We
Yep.
can do a movie we can watch at home, and then we'll
I'm okay with
just
that.
see the reviews online and tell you on the next episode.
I'm
'Cause
okay
I
with that.
guarantee you. I can 100% guarantee you that it's going to be mid or horrible.
I don't think it's going to be as bad as the last one.
No, I don't know. That's why I'm giving it the chance of being mid.
Yes,
Other
yes.
than that.
The week after that, we're going to do Logan, so I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. But yeah, whatever film we're okay. I scheduled out up until roughly the end of February, so you should pick a movie.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Okay, that sounds good. A movie of your choice next week. Because in a couple weeks, we're going to be going over the Amazing Spider-Man series, and I know you're just going to want to shoot yourself doing those. So, like, just...
I might not. Who knows?
Have you seen those movies?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you know how terrible they are. Wonderful.
I mean, I watched them as a kid.
Yeah.
I liked them as a kid. So.
Obviously, it's Spider-Man. And
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the movies look amazing.
Right. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, so just think about it
So if
and
you
like let
see
me
a
know by like
bullshit
Thursday.
movie next week, you'll know it's because Jack chose it.
If we upload if next Monday, when next Monday rolls around and you look in your feed at like 10 p.m. EST and you see that it's just like a movie that you could not be less interested in, just know that I didn't pick it.
You see a movie that you might have seen on some Instagram slide that was
At
recommended
films.
by
By
some
films.
douchebag
Yeah.
who, yeah, exactly. And you're like, oh, I've never heard of that. No, it's me. It's my specialty.
It's like whenever we reviewed like End of Watch and
Oh,
Moon.
yeah.
Yeah, no, yes.
Moon's a better one.
Dude, but
'Cause Moon
people
wasn't
like
even
that
that
movie.
good.
No, people love that movie.
Yeah,
I've
but it's
gotten
not
people
that great.
that have walked up to me and been like, "Why you could have reviewed this like way better? Like you didn't even try." And I'm like, "But I
No, I
didn't
didn't.
like the movie."
I was gonna say I didn't try because I didn't like it. Go watch
Yeah,
Martian if you want something like that.
go watch Marshmallow. He's a great artist.
Yeah, dude, he'll give you a better vibe than fucking
Moon.
bleh. Yuck. Bad
Yuck.
taste in my mouth. We're gonna watch some other bullshit movie. Wasn't
Just
that Chris? Didn't
yeah,
Chris?
Chris was like, we watched
I
it,
blame
and
Chris.
I blame Chris. Fuck you,
Chris.
Chris.
I hate that kid.
I don't hate him. He just that was really uncool of him just to like ghost us like that.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't give a shit about like here or there about him. He seems like a fine enough man, but
He made us watch a shitty movie. And granted, I've made us watch shitty movies for about a year and a half now.
I mean,
so like,
you know,
hey,
they can't all be hitters.
Hey, if you wanted to watch a movie, I would be 100% down with it. That's why this next week exists.
Oh,
I kicked Ghostbusters off the schedule for you.
What a brave, heroic act that is.
Thank you. At least someone acknowledges my bravery.
Yeah. All right.
Quarrels
are art.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Fuck me. Oh my god.
I probably won't do that, but thanks for the offer. Subscribe if you enjoyed listening to us ramble about random shit, and if you think that we're knowledgeable on movies, or if you don't and you think we're idiots. We are. We're super knowledgeable. If you don't think so, leave.
You're the one.
You're the one that's not knowledgeable about movies, not us. Yeah, we're the most we're the most entertaining people on the entire planet. Yeah, so if you don't like us, then, your opinion's just simply wrong. I'm sorry. So please subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff. Instagram is Mediak Podcast. Twitter is Mediak Zach. If you feel like DMing us, liking our Instagram, stuff like that. Other than that, we'll see you next week with a random movie of Jack's choosing.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya.